Bladesmiths, welcome to the forge. All right, gents, we all know that when you're forging a blade, a nice rectangular piece of steel is a good place to start, but we'd like to make it more challenging. So instead, you'll be choosing the steel that you used today from this burning barrel. Your first round challenge is to forge a hatchet. Good luck, Bladesmiths. Your 3-hour starts now.
The first thing I want to do is get these discs apart. The grinder's not cutting through the welds the way I want them to. Time to try something new.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted.
My next step is to clean off the surfaces because nothing's going to forge well together with dirty surfaces.
Aaron, setting welds.
Aaron, steel sounds good. Sounds solid.
It's not sugar, don't eat it.
What?
It's not sugar, don't eat it.
Aaron's talking to me the whole time, and to tell you the truth, I can't hear a damn thing he's saying.
Put that borax like it's sugar.
Yeah.
Get tons of it.
I'm just smiling and nodding my head and saying, yeah, 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 yeah.
Ah, gotta start over. Things weren't lining up very well. I started off with too much metal, and I took some off. It was still too much.
I'm realizing that the steel is still kind of like there's spaces and gaps in between.
Yep, there we go.
It's not forge welding.
I'm very worried about JC right now.
Instead of chasing the issue by scrapping,
I think JC is actually starting over.
I have to clean them all up again.
I'm stretching it out, trying to get it to the shape I want, and the welds pop.
Oh, no. His welds didn't hold. He's going to be in big trouble. I think JC is actually starting over.
my mild steel jacket wasn't sticking because I wasn't cleaning my materials correctly.
JC's nervous about time crunch.
W2 it is.
So I scrapped that, and for the third try, I just used the W2. All I know is I got an hour left, and I don't have anything that looks like a hatchet.
John's ended up with a really, really thin hatchet here.
Yay! Pancake. I didn't get enough steel to start with, I don't think, and that's why I'm pretty thin.
Big Blue ate my lunch.
Aaron looks like he's about ready to start quenching.
Pull the hatchet out of the oil, and everything seems to be peachy.
That isn't 4 inches. I think he has forgotten what the parameters are.
I'm pretty confident with my hatchet. I think I definitely have a chance going to the second, maybe even the third round. Who knows?
You have 15 minutes remaining in this round.
JC is just fighting.
We've seen miracles happen here in this forge in less time, so he's definitely not out of the game yet.
At this point, all I'm trying to do is chase the width. I need 4 inches. Parameters aren't right, I don't move on.
John's hatchet head is very thin from the eye to the edge. We know it's all mild steel, and he just edge quenched. Is that going to be an issue?
That should be fine as long as he's got that hardenable steel all the way around the edge.
Matt just quenched his blade.
I think I'm good.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmith, shut down your machines, drop your tools. This round is over. All right, Bladesmiths, only 3 of you can move on to the next round. So while the judges and I go into deliberation, I'm going to ask you to please leave your hatchets here on the table and step off the forge floor.
What a day.
Let's get into the details. I want to start right here with Matt's blade.
I like the classic shape that Matt has over here. I'm not a big fan of, beards that come to a point because I want to be able to liberate the weapon, keep using it.
His edge. Oh, that's the measurement I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I think we're all worried about that measurement right now.
It's right at 4 3/4 inches that way, so he's doing fine.
Why don't we move on to John's blade?
You put that thin body, which is mostly mild steel. It's not hardenable, and a very thin shaft. There's a good chance that railroad tie is going to tear it all up.
It's got about 5 1/8.
The issue is that it's so thin over here. We know this is mild steel. When you use mild steel, you've got to make sure it's thick enough to back up the hardened edge.
All right, we've got two of our bladesmiths that pretty obviously have missed one of our parameters. Let's talk about that. So Aaron's blade is
3 1/8.
Is that mine?
That's you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know I'm coming under on that. 3 1/8. I know. Could have swore that's what he said, though.
Aaron's got a lot of material here. He does have meat here. He could try to flare this out more.
All right, let's move on to JC's blade.
Is 3 1/4.
Okay.
So neither of our smiths hit the parameter.
Yeah, it's not hitting parameters. I couldn't stretch the beard out.
JC's blade is warped and paper thin. I mean, this is all W2, so it's not like he's got mild steel he can just yank around.
Any kind of fixing that he does with this may just make it worse.
I need you judges to determine which of our bladesmiths that failed to meet parameters has the better chance of pulling it out in round 2. Doug, have you made your final decision?
Yes, I have.
Dave?
Yep.
Jay?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go tell our smiths. Bladesmiths, at the end of this round, each of you was to have turned in a hatchet head with an edge that was between 4 and 6 inches in length. Now 2 of you have done that. Matt, John, you guys will be moving on to the next round. Aaron, JC, both of your edges came up short. Bladesmith leaving the forge is JC. Your blade didn't make the cut. Jay Nielsen's gonna tell you why.
At the end of the day, there's not enough material left to be able to correct the parameter ratio, and that's why we're sending you home.
JC, please surrender your hatchet.
I completely agree with all the judges. I didn't have enough material to actually fix the mistakes that they said that I needed to fix. This experience has been so humbling. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna rebuild a hatchet. I'm going to sweat until my shirt falls off. I'm gonna come back more experienced and with a cooler head.